All right, let's talk about something we all deal with. We're always told to talk about our feelings, right? But who are we supposed to talk to? A friend? A professional? It gets confusing. So in this explainer, we're going to break down the critical difference between emotional support and therapy. The goal? To help you figure out what kind of help you really need, right when you need it.
So think about it. When you're hurting, when things are tough, what's your first instinct? Who do you turn to? And maybe more importantly, what kind of help do you actually need in that moment? Is it just a shoulder to cry on? Or do you need a guide, someone to help you navigate the mess? Getting clear on this difference, that's the first real step to actually feeling better.
So let's start with the one we're probably all more familiar with, emotional support. It's pretty much the bedrock of all our relationships. Emotional support is really just human connection. It's that friend who listens for hours, no questions asked. The family member who just gives you a hug. Or even that simple text that just says, "Hey, I'm thinking of you." It's not about having the answers, it's just about showing up. Okay, here's a really simple way to think about it. Emotional support is basically first aid for your feelings, right? It's that immediate care you need when a wound is fresh. It's there to stop the bleeding, to put a bandage on it, but it's not meant to perform surgery.
And this is exactly what it sounds like. Notice it's not trying to solve anything. It's about validation. Just saying, that sounds painful. Lets a person know they've been seen, they've been heard. And honestly, a lot of the time, that's all we really need in that moment.
But what happens when that first aid just isn't cutting it? You know, sometimes our loved ones, even with the absolute best intentions, can accidentally keep us stuck. And that's where therapy enters the picture. Because while support offers comfort, therapy is all about offering change.
See, therapy isn't just venting or talking, it's work. A good therapist is kind of like a detective and a coach rolled into one. They help you uncover the why behind your feelings, and they give you actual professional tools. You know, things from cognitive behavioral therapy or psychodynamic approaches to help you truly rewrite your story.
So if emotional support is first aid, then therapy is like physical therapy for your mind. It's the structured, guided rehabilitation you do to heal completely, to rebuild your strength, and, really importantly, to prevent the same injury from happening over and over again. This is the key distinction. A friend might say, "Of course you're good enough," and that feels great. But a therapist helps you dig into why you have that subconscious belief in the first place. They guide you to see those patterns you can't see on your own, and then help you change them from the ground up.
Okay, so let's put these two side by side to make it crystal clear. I like to think of it like this. Sometimes you just need a hug, and other times you need a mirror and a whole toolkit. And there it is. Emotional support is that warm hug. It's immediate, it's comforting, it's connection. Therapy, on the other hand, is the mirror that helps you see yourself honestly. The good, the bad, all of it. And it's the toolkit that gives you exactly what you need to build something new.
And this chart, it lays it all out so clearly. Just look at the focus row. Support is all about comfort. Therapy, it's about transformation. But the one I really want you to pay attention to is boundaries. This is so important. A friend is biased, right? They love you, they have a stake in your life. A therapist's neutrality, though, that's their superpower. It's what creates that safe space for you to be totally, brutally honest without worrying about judgment.
Okay, so the million-dollar question. How do you know which one you need right now? Let's walk through a super simple guide to help you figure that out.
Here's a pretty good rule of thumb. If you're dealing with a short-term struggle, a bad day at work, a recent breakup, lean on your support system. They can be your lifeline. But if you feel like you're stuck in the same emotional quicksand, having the same problem over and over, and it's starting to affect your whole life, that's a huge sign that it's time to call in a professional. Now, let's get one thing straight. This is absolutely not a competition. It's not about which one is better. You don't have to choose. In fact, the most powerful, lasting healing happens when they work together.
It's really as simple as this. Emotional support nurtures your heart. Therapy nurtures your mind. And you know what? We need both to be truly whole. At the end of the day, true healing isn't just about feeling better in the moment. It's about understanding yourself on a deeper level. And that happens when the compassion you get from others meets the awareness you build within yourself. So I'll leave you with this question. How are you going to build a team that supports both your heart and your mind?